Ghosts of betrayal. I never thought the night my girlfriend demanded separate beds would be anything more than a weird phase. She said she needed space to breathe, that I snored too much, that sharing a bed was stifling her. I didn't argue. I figured, whatever, couples go through stuff. But the first night, I woke up at 3 a.m. and her bed was empty. The next morning, she breezed in with coffee and acted like nothing was off. By the third night, her sheets were still untouched, and I started to feel like I was sleeping next to a ghost. Things got tense fast. She was always tired, always jumpy. Our neighbor, this guy who lived across the hall, always friendly, always a little too chatty, started popping up more. He'd offer her rides, help her with groceries, even brought over wine for a fun Friday. I tried to brush it off, but I couldn't ignore the way she laughed at his jokes, how she'd stay out late and come home smelling like his aftershave. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I waited until I heard her leave, then I followed her down the hall. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I'd pass out. She knocked on his door, barely waited a second before slipping inside. Through the crack, I saw them, her arms around him, his hand on her waist, the way she smiled at him like she'd forgotten I even existed. I stood there frozen, every nerve in my body on fire, while my world collapsed in a matter of seconds. I wanted to scream, to pound on that door, to make a scene. But I just turned around and went back to my empty bed. Lying awake, I realized I hadn't wanted separate beds either, but I'd agreed, just to keep her happy, just to avoid another fight. Maybe I'd been lying to myself as much as she'd been lying to me. The real betrayal wasn't that she was sleeping with a neighbor, it was that I'd let myself become someone so desperate not to be alone, I didn't notice she was already gone.